2023 has been a roller coaster ride for the Falcons. It wasn't supposed to be with the defensive upgrades they made during the offseason, not to mention hopes were high for Desmond Ridder in his first full season as the starter. Today's matchup in Charlotte seemed like a give-me game against the one-win Panthers, but nothing is as it seems with the Falcons. At 6-7, they were in a three-way tie atop the NFC South with the Bucs and Saints. Second quarter scoreless, Ridder deep to Jonnu Smith. Nice 56-yard gain. Nice pass given the rain, and it rained all day. Same drive, Ridder to Cordell Patterson, who we haven't seen in the end zone for a while. 2-yard touchdown. Falcons strike first. 7-zip Atlanta. Early fourth quarter here, Bryce Young. Incomplete pass to Adam Thielen. Panthers settle for the field goal. It's 7-6 Falcons with plenty of time to play. Ridder's mistakes continue to haunt the team. Falcons driving, Ridder trying to find a man. His pass intercepted by Xavier Woods, who puts up the X. Less than 2 minutes to play. Chuba Hubbard rushes up the middle for 6 yards, and it sets up the game-winning field goal. The Panthers win their second game of the season, 9-7 over the Falcons. Atlanta's playoff hopes are a long shot now. Is Arthur Smith still the man for the job?
It wasn't for lack of effort. We didn't make enough plays, didn't do enough job getting them ready. And so you hung around, and then we turned the ball over late. And you do that, you'll lose. And so this one stings, but we got to get back and find a way, and we got to get back in the win column. But not the result we expected.
It was a rainy day in Charlotte, as I mentioned. The weather played a factor in the game. That could also be the case later this week when Georgia State plays in its bowl game. The Panthers have Utah State Saturday in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Make no mistake about it, GSU head coach John Elliott feels a certain way about snow.
Wish it would snow a foot. I mean, honestly, when they announced the bowl site, I was like, please, I want it to snow 12, 16, 18 inches. Because that is, I mean, you talk about something that will just energize a football team, especially a group here. Now, if it's 35 and raining, we're in for trouble. But if it's 35 and there's some snow falling, I mean, we've got a group that will probably go crazy to get out there on the football field.
Until they hit the ground. That ground's going to be really hard if it's snowing. While GSU is getting ready for possible snow, UGA is preparing for the exact opposite. They'll have way better weather in the Orange Bowl down in South Florida. The Dogs have been practicing to see FSU in less than 2 weeks, but today they had a break. Quarterback Carson Beck spent his free time surprising kids in Athens. Beck teamed up with Academy to give out some early Christmas gifts. 20 kids from the Athens Boys and Girls Club were handed $200 gift cards to get whatever they wanted. Beck helped them out, and they picked out quite a bit of UGA gear. We saw lots of smiles throughout the day. The quarterback says that's what it's all about, giving back to a community that's given him so much.
This community has done an unbelievable job as far as support with not only me, but the University of Georgia in general and our football team. To be able to give back in some way, shape, or form. Obviously, it's a small act, but to be able to do that and give back to the people that support me is huge.
Georgia Tech arrives in Tampa tomorrow ahead of its bowl game Friday. The Yellow Jackets have UCF in the Gasparilla Bowl from Raymond James Stadium. We'll have coverage from there throughout the week, but no snow for us, Cutter, right? Hopefully not.
No, and I actually checked the forecast